láyé àtijọ́ àwọn àgbà ni wọ́n ń pòwe owó tọmọdé bá kọ́kọ́ rí àkàrà ni ó fi jẹ ọ̀làjú bá dé lówe yípadà lọ́wọ́ kan nísẹ̀yìn owó tọmọdé kọ́kọ́ rí ilẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń fi ra ilé ni wọ́n ń fi kọ́ tí wọ́n ń gbé pẹ̀lú ayọ̀ ohun tó lè jẹ́ kéèyàn máa ronú ilé kíkọ́ níbẹ̀rù àwọn tó ń talẹ̀ fẹ́ni méjì mẹ́ta ẹni tó mọ̀ náà ló yẹ ká tẹ̀lé ilé iṣẹ́ kan rèé Sweet Estate ló ń jẹ́ ohun tó jọ mọ́ tilẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run rán wọn Sweet Estate, Sweet Estate, Sweet Estate wọ́n fi ní lọ.
Hello there and welcome to Sweet Estate Half Hour on your darling station NTA Abeokuta, the station that's as solid as the rock. My name is Anyola Balogun. Today on this program we shall be talking about land use control tí àwa Yorùbá ń pè tá a mọ̀ ní ìṣàkóso lílo ilẹ̀. Ìṣàkóso lílo ilẹ̀. Lórí ètò yìí a ní àlejò wa. Our guest today is the CEO of Sweet Estate Company in person of Chief Olumide Falola. Chief, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ kúlé olóòtú gbogbo ara lé náà akíyan akúdédé òwòye o gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ èmi ni olóyè Olumide Falola aláṣẹ àti olùdarí iléeṣẹ́ Sweet Estate tá a kalẹ̀ sílùú Nàìjíríà.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé corona ó ti ń kágbá lọ ní
Ọlọ́run tó ti bá wa mú débi tó dé àbáwá mú parí. Èmi àtẹ̀yìn tí ẹ̀ ń wà ní ní jẹ́ victim corona kò dẹ̀ ní kó wa lọ́mọ lọ kò ní kó wa níyàwó àtọmọ àti ìrọ̀lọ́gbọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Lórí ètò yìí lónìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa gbọ́ ta máa sọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la máa sọ èdè abínibí wa èdè Yorùbá but ètò yìí ètò Yorùbá àti èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni so that people looking at us out there will be able to have good understanding of what we are talking about in both sides, both Yoruba. We have largely Yoruba people in our environment and àwọn ará wa náà tí wọ́n jẹ́ Yíbò tí wọ́n jẹ́ nǹkan kan kó yé lè yé wọn lórí àwọn nǹkan tí iléeṣẹ́ Sweet Estate nǹkan àrà tí wọ́n ń ṣe nínú iléeṣẹ́ wọn kó lè yé wa dáadáa so a máa sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì bákan náà. Now before we go ahead, I'd like you to tell us, do you have departments in your company?
Well, every good organization gbogbo iléeṣẹ́ tó bá ní ètò ló jẹ́ kó ní department ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ẹ̀ka tí ó ń take care oríṣiríṣi nǹkan. Ní Sweet Estate we sell land, ilẹ̀ là ń tà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Ẹni bá dẹ̀ ń ta ilẹ̀ àwọn nǹkan bíi mẹ́ta mẹ́rin kan wà tó ṣe gbòógì that are very compulsory that you must
have in your company.
A legal department.
Good.
You must have a marketing department. Legal department ni àwọn tí wọ́n ń bá wa ṣe ètò nípa ti òfin afẹ́ra ilẹ̀ yìí o want to buy this land àwọn ló máa bá wa ṣe ti òfin pé ṣílẹ̀ yẹn dáa ṣé kò sí wàhálà ọmọ onílẹ̀ àwọn ló máa bá wa fi tòfin.
ṣé kò sí lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso ìjọba tó yẹlẹ̀ tíjọba ti gbà tí ò ṣe é rà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni and ẹni tó máa handle department bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ lawyer, a lawyer that is sound, that is being certified by the NBA. So we have that department. Tabani marketing department ni àwọn tí wọ́n bá wa polówó ọjà wa. Èmi náà marketer ni mo yọ ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń kórí a máa polówó ọjà lónìí. So I'm one of the marketers. Mo tún jẹ́ olùdarí iléeṣẹ́ náà méjì lọ́kàn lè ní ìṣe papọ̀. So bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la tún ní account department àwọn tó ń bá wa ṣe ìṣúná owó wa àwọn tí ó sanwó wọlé àti àwọn tí bówó ṣe ń wọlé bó ṣe ń jáde customer tó ti sanwó owó ẹ̀ ti di iye báyìí o ó ti san 100,000 lánàá ó san 10,000 lónìí àwọn tó ń bá wa polówó ọjà náà àwọn tó ń bá wa polówó ọjà tó jẹ́ wípé à ń pè wọ́n ní raters consultant la máa ń pè wọ́n tí wọ́n bá wa mú customer wa sọ fún àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn àbúrò wọn tó bá mú customer wa account department ló máa sọ commission wọn padà fún wọn but lọ́rọ̀ kan ṣá gbogbo department tó jẹ́ kí iléeṣẹ́ tó ń talẹ̀ a real estate company tó yẹ kó ní la ní iléeṣẹ́ Sweet Estate.
Ẹ ṣe olóyè Falola àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó máa ń jẹyọ nínú pé kí èèyàn ralẹ̀ kó talẹ̀ tó máa ń jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń ta kókó gan tó dẹ̀ máa ń jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó máa ń fẹ́ mẹ́mìí dání nígbà míí.
ó mú dání gbà kan
fáwọn tó ra ilẹ̀ àtàwọn tó ta
ọlọ́run ẹ̀ka báwọn ra ilẹ̀ tó máa mẹ́mìí wá lọ.
àmì Jésù àmì. àwọn nǹkan tá a fẹ́ wò ní àwọn acquisition of land maybe by government or by fiat. How do you handle these things when usually acquisition can come as a result of discovery of natural resources on a land. téèyàn tí ìjọba bá rí pé àwọn nǹkan àlùmọ́nì wà lórí ilẹ̀ kan tó lè ṣàǹfààní fún gbogbo ìlú tí ẹni tó nílẹ̀ yẹn ò lè dátà fúnra ẹ̀ bí epo rọ̀bì wọ́n á ní kẹ́nìyàn ó ṣe gáfárà lórí ilẹ̀ yẹn. ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan ẹ máa ń san compensation ṣẹ́yìn lẹ máa ń san compensation fún àwọn tó bá ní irú ilẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n rà lọ́wọ́ yín ni àbí ìjọba àbí báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe?
ọ̀nà méjì
tí kò kí fi ń pa àwọn tó ra lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín.
ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan àlùmọ́nì tàbí acquisition ṣe rí àwọn most of ilẹ̀ ní ìjọba ti ṣe ètò sí they've planned it with this particular portion of land ìjọba fẹ́ lò government want to use it for some purposes.
kò ṣeé tà
wọ́n ti mark it to be an acquisition land for the government. Government náà wá ní oríṣiríṣi acquisition of land wọ́n ní accommodation ilẹ̀ tó yẹ pé àwọn ló fẹ́ tà fún àwọn èèyàn àwọn náà fẹ́ monitor ilé tí wọ́n máa kọ́ síbẹ̀ but ẹni tó fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ìwádìí ipò òun ò ra ilẹ̀ tí ó ti wà ní acquisition ìjọba a land that has already been acquired by the government because and to do that there are two ways. One, to help a company ló fẹ́ ra lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ you could go to the company àwọn documents to show pé ilẹ̀ tẹ́ǹtà àwọn tí mo fẹ́ ra yìí kò sí ní under government acquisition nǹkan give me the document. Now ìyẹn náà tún pín sí.
ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ níyẹn lọ́wọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni the document there is a letter called charting certificate. Charting certificate yẹn company tàbí individual bá fẹ́ ra lẹ̀ ó ní àṣẹ àti kọ lẹ́tà sí ìjọba pé ilẹ̀ bí báyìí o number of acres báyìí o mo fẹ́ rà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ onílẹ̀ tàbí lọ́wọ́ company kan mo wá fẹ́ wò lọ́dọ̀ yín pé ṣé ẹ̀ tí acquire ẹ̀.
Very good.
So ìjọba máa wá fèsì pé ilẹ̀ yẹn o àti acquire o ẹ má débẹ̀ o tàbí ilẹ̀ yìí free ẹ lè lọ rà lọ́wọ́ ìwé ẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Now coming back to your question tó bá wá di tí èèyàn bá ti ṣe irú nǹkan tá a sọ yìí tíjọba ti fún ní lẹ́tà pé ilẹ̀ yà á nídìí ẹ̀ kò sí l'acquisition tíjọba bá padà dé lẹ́tà
tó dọjọ́ iwájú
tí wọ́n padà ní ìdí ilẹ̀ yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé lẹ́tà kan ti wà tí wọ́n ti ṣòpá wọn ò ní ilẹ̀ yẹn lò kò dẹ̀ sí l'acquisition ó yí sí fún ẹni tó bá ní ilẹ̀ yẹn tó ti ṣe due diligence ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ láti gba ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba.
Very good.
You understand? Because ìjọba ti ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra ẹ kọ́kọ́ wá bá wa kẹ́ ẹ bí wá come and ask if they are not under government acquisition which we have done in Sweet Estate. So tá a bá talẹ̀ yẹn fún customer tíjọba bá dé tí wọ́n bá náà need it we have some documents to prove that this land you told us we are not using them. Now that you have seen àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ máa torí ẹ fẹ́ gbà we have to negotiate with our customers or with the company láti gba ẹ̀tọ́ kẹ́ni yẹn lọ́wọ́ ilẹ̀ sí ibòmí ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ti kọ́ ilé kọ́ value ilé yẹn kọ́ fún ní owó tó lọ kọ́ ilé yẹn síbòmí and ilé ò dẹ̀ ṣe é gbé àbánúkú bí akọ́bá àti katapila gbé bọ́ kò ṣe é gbé àfi kíjọba náà bá wa fi ojú àánú wo company àtàwọn oníbàárà wa.
Thank you very much, sir. We can say that you really care for your customers. A rí pé ẹ̀ ń tọ́jú àwọn tí ó ń ralẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ kì í fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n lọ máa dá rán wàhálà pàápàá àwọn nǹkan tó bá jẹyọ ní orí ilẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá rà lọ́wọ́ yín yálà látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ni o àbí látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀ àbí láàárín àwọn tó ralẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín atótónu awuyewuye tó bá jẹyọ a rí pé ẹ kì í fi wọ́n sílẹ̀.
no àwọn customer náà tó fi ọmọ onílẹ̀ lẹ̀ tí wọ́n lọ ra ilẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹbí wọ́n wá ń plot tán wá sí company náà mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe nítorí wọ́n mọ̀ pé company yẹn ó máa cover on up in any time tó bá fẹ́ ní issue whether positively bí wọ́n tẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́lé owó yẹn ò tí ì pé wọ́n believe pé company náà wà ẹjọ́ ìyá wa ní 1 million ká fi complete ilé wa in 2-3 years a máa dá padà tí wọ́n lè rí opportunity yẹn gbà ní ibomi.
Do you offer such?
Yeah, we do it
things
for
to
some
people?
some kind of customers that are responsible. Don't they know what it takes láti sanwó yẹn padà. Not just for everybody.
Not just anybody.
Yeah.
Ṣé a máa rí yín bá?
Àmísàn.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ a fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín wípé tí issue bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú estate yín láàárín landowners méjì, ǹjẹ́ ní àjọ kan àbí department kan tó máa ń settle disputes?
Ní estate títí wa.
Ní estate yín.
Bóyá atalẹ̀ fún àwọn méjì lọ́tọ̀.
Àwọn méjì kan so wọ́n wá ní issue. Ó bulẹ̀ mi kí n tó dé kí n tó kọ́lé mi ó ti kọ́ titi ẹ̀ ó ti bu díẹ̀ nínú ilẹ̀ mi.
Yes, well, thank God pé when you are talking of estate àti máa ń ṣe what we call a well prepared layout. Tí ìjọba ti fi ọwọ́ sí. Wọ́n ti fi ọwọ́ sí. So tí irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn documents ti wà nílẹ̀ tó fight fún nǹkan yẹn. To just go anywhere we go, need that is so much. Let's just present what the government has approved.
That's right.
Per plot, if I see by plot come titi magbabi, if by plot come omi magbabi. So that is what we are going to use to fight for the person tí wọ́n rẹ́jẹ. And sometimes no, ní àwọn estate wa security wa tight gan. Débi wípé ẹni tó fẹ́ wá ṣiṣẹ́ ní estate wa gan, ó gbọ́dọ̀ present ID card, because when you buy land from us, tí a bá ti allocate ilẹ̀ fún ẹ, a máa fún ẹ ní company ID card tó show orúkọ ẹ àti portion tí a allocate fún ẹ.
Wonderful.
Tó jẹ́ wípé tó bá padà wá kó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ̀, you must present your ID card to show that portion tí mo fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ gangan ni portion tẹ allocate fún mi. Ìyẹn wà ní.
Mi ò dẹ̀ bulẹ̀ lomi ìmọ̀tẹ́ mi.
Ṣé understand? 2, tó bá yẹ pé o fẹ́ rán yàn wá ni, o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe photocopy ID card yẹn. Kẹ́ni yẹn mú wá bóyá àwọn bricklayers, àwọn engineers tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀, so that we checkmate bílẹ̀ wá ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe ń checkmate ẹ̀.
Wonderful.
So this question you have asked has never happened to us before.
Okay.
So because we are not saying it can't happen.
That's what we're saying. Just to guide against it.
But we have tried our best not to allow it to happen.
Okay.
But if eventually it happens, we have a legal department
that takes care of things like that.
Yeah.
Now we are looking about agency in your agency. Somebody comes around and buy a wide expanse of land and begin to sell in little portions.
Okay.
Do you allow it?
Well, to answer that your question, with all sincerity, we buy properties for 2 reasons. It's either mo fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ yìí, mo fẹ́ kọ́, mo fẹ́ fi máa gbé bẹ̀, or mo fẹ́ fi rent out tí n bá kọ́ tán, ìyẹn one. Or I'm buying this land, I want to keep it for some period of years. Tí ó bá ti appreciate, I will resell. So that means we allowed it. But we allowed it on some basic rules that guide that particular estate that person bought, because estate in an estate náà ló fẹ́ ṣe bí o ra 10 plots lọ́wọ́ wa o wá fẹ́ tún ta, rule to guide ìwọ tó ra, that means the rule that guides you as we are buying must guide those people you are transferring to. You are transferring the ownership to.
Right.
So you must be able to know in this estate, this is the law that guide. It won't be as if our Mosut estate, we bought the land from somebody else.
Adefẹ́ lo fi sìnkú.
Adefẹ́ lo ẹni òde sọ fún wa pé we cannot put our
cups here.
No, because even as at the time tẹni yẹn transfer ownership yẹn fún ẹni tó ń tà fún, ó gbọ́dọ̀ mẹ́ni wá sọ́fíìsì wọn. Inú 10 plots tí mo rà lọ́wọ́ yín o, mo ti ta 2 plots fún Lágbájá. Àwa wò pé portion wo ni Lágbájá yẹn mú.
Lóra.
Àwa delete ìwọ kúrò lórí portion yẹn and include the Lágbájá yẹn sí. So that because we have a database, we should be able to wake up tomorrow and say block A plot 1 belongs to Mr.
This owner.
So by the time you are now transferring the ownership from your home to somebody else, we must know, so that we can now know that you are not more the real owner. The real owner has now belongs to Mr. Lágbájá or Mr.
Now, we want to look at control.
Okay.
Control, uses of control in your estates. Okay. We have, variable or different kind of estates, agricultural estates, residential, industrial, and all that.
Right.
Now, to what extent or what kind of uses do you not allow in estates that are bought from you? For instance, burial.
Well, before you buy land from us, there are some FAQ. question and answer that I will have presented to you that you will read and sign. Although one of those things is bringing a corpse to an estate. Sometimes, if care is not taken, the owner that has bought that land must have been maybe the first buyers. Maybe your land is very close to the main gate of the estate, and you now bury a corpse. Somebody is now coming, maybe a new buyer or someone that just came to come and do something or greet somebody in the estate. So as they are coming in, burial corpse, burial ground,
cemetery ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ń rí.
Abere, they will now ask the question: ṣé wọ́n òkú ló ń sin bí ni àbí wọ́n gbé bí?
Àbí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́.
So for that purpose, we didn't allow it. O máa ń disregard, o then disvalue even gan individual me tó jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe pé wà lọ́wọ́ estate tí dáàdi wọn personal opinion mi now, because to some other people it's not like that. Tí bàbá tó ní ilé bá kú, though wọ́n máa ń sọ pé ilé bí ni ká ìsinmi sí, but to me ẹni tó bá ti kú personal opinion now, so it might not be general. Ẹni tó ti kú tí ẹ bá sin ẹni yẹn sínú ilé yẹn ẹ ti disvalue ilé yẹn.
Future value to reduce. Some people may not even want to buy.
Nobody will buy anyway. Nobody will buy because òkú ló wà ńbẹ̀. Ṣé fẹ́ gbé òkú yẹn kó ńbẹ̀? Do you want to take out the corpse? Cemetery wà tí wọ́n ṣe fún òkú tẹ̀lé sí òkú sí. Ìkan wà ní Bilanto women. Ó wà káàkiri.
And well taken care of.
Yes, go there and put your corpse there. Kọ́ńtà náà bá yín ṣọ́. Anytime tí a bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bí i remembrance, you go there and do it. Why? Báwo ni òkú àti àlàyé
ṣe máa jọ gbé papọ̀? And that's why uses are there too.
Yes.
You understand? Where you have allocated for residential, it's not supposed to be a place where you bury the dead.
I'm even employing government. If they are listening to us, they should look into this.
That's right.
They should let the people know, sensitize people. Let's do it the way they do it abroad. If you go abroad, lè rí kàn sí òkú sí ẹ̀gbin, lè rí jọ́ta tí ń travel out, really, there are places for that.
But people believe it's part of our culture. If you go to our rural areas, even within Abeokuta here, they still bury people in,
That's why sensitization matters. That's why if the government should bring out a law that says
that
nobody should do
henceforth should bury the dead.
It becomes a criminal case.
That's it.
If anybody should do that. So that will solve about 80% of social issue.
Thank you very much for that. But I'd like us to go a step further on uses, especially in agricultural areas.
Okay.
There are some people that will buy a wide expanse of land,
okay,
as ranch.
Okay.
And on that ranch, you can find all kinds of animals.
Yes.
Do you have limits to the kind of animal, whether wild animal or domestic animals, that anybody can breed or domesticated within your estate, be it agricultural or residential this time?
To answer that question, the government, because most of the things we do will follow the footstep of the government or the law of the land use.
That's right.
Government itself organize a zoo for wild animals. They are not allowing anybody to have it in their own
private properties.
That's why they have a zoo. So even if you have reason why you need to
breed such animals,
there should be a place, not where other people
are living,
or where other people are having their own agricultural business
as well.
So for that purpose, we don't allow it. We only allow all these kind of poultry maybe for piggery, all those things that chickens are not harmful to anybody. Okay. In fact, let me even add this to it. Do you know there is a law that says if there is a poultry somewhere, maybe you have bought the land for poultry purpose for about 10 years ago, do you know that by the time development gets to that area,
you cancel it?
You have to move it out to another places. It's the law. Because poultry, sometimes if they are not well taken up, like poultry, the smells are too much. Do you understand? How could you now manage to be somebody is poultry and somebody is living? So you have to move the poultry, and it's part of our own law too. In Sweet Estate. Truly, this place is for agricultural purpose for now. We will tell you immediately development gets there,
closer to it,
we are going to stop it or move some of
to other areas.
to other areas. That's why we tell our customers that as we are buying our agricultural farmland, they are for two purposes. You are using them for farming purposes now. You will still use that same land to sell for residential in future, so that your profit will be in two. You are making money using it for agricultural purpose. By the time development gets to that place, you can, if you have bought maybe 10 acres is 60 plots.
That's right.
You can now make the 60 plots and still be selling on one plot in 10-20 years. So your profit is in two ways. So we tell our customer and they understand. Most of the places we live now, they are once
agricultural purpose. Yes. they are once farmland.
Yes.
For about half an hour, we've been talking to Chief Olumide Falola, the Chief Executive Officer of Sweet Estate, and he has been very, very forthright on issues relating to their properties. Chief, we want to thank you once again for coming on this program.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Us your address and where people can find you.
Our head office is in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Sweet Estate House, Bola Ajibola Street, opposite Egba High School, Ashero, Abeokuta, in Ogun State.
Telephone.
You can reach us on @081 50 30 0001. I take that once again. 081 50 30 0001 or 090 88 78 5155. Don't forget, Sweet Estate is the first estate in Nigeria that look into the grassroots. People who ordinarily never thought of buying a property due to the inconvenience in payment, but at Sweet Estate you can pay as low as 3,000 per month to get a plot of land at Sweet Estate, and at the same time lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ẹ lè máa san ó kéré jù ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta tá à ń pè ní 3,000 lóṣooṣù láti ralẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la tún ní àwọn ilẹ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé pẹ̀lú plot kan 50,000, a ní plot kan tí ò ju 100,000, o ní 150,000, bẹ́ẹ̀ la ló ní 300,000. tẹ́ ẹ lè fi oṣù kan sí ọdún mẹ́ta san owó ẹ̀ tí kò dẹ̀ sí wàhálà ìjọba tàbí wàhálà ọmọ onílẹ̀. No government issues, no ọmọ onílẹ̀ wàhálà. Thank you very much.
Well, that's it on the program today. Until next time, same station, when we shall be coming your way again, I'm Ayinla Balogun. Bye for now. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ayinla Balogun. Ibi ni a ń fi àdàgbà ètò tònírọ̀sí lórí Sweet Estate Alpha lórí ìkànnì 12 tí a ń pè ní NTA Abẹ́òkúta. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ayinla Balogun lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Títí ọjọ́ mìíràn ọjọ́ ìta tó máa pàdé lórí ètò yìí. Ire o.
Láyé àtijọ́ àwọn àgbà ni wọ́n ń pòwe owó tọmọdé bá kọ́kọ́ rí àkàrà ni ó fi jẹ. Ọ̀làjú bá dé lówe yí padà lọ́wọ́ kan nísẹ̀yìn owó tọmọdé